Hello everyone and welcome to the finale of the US Inbetweeners. It has been some journey to get to this point. In terms of reviewing this episode, I'm kind of just going to speed run it because at the end of the day, it is pretty much just a complete rip-off of the UK Prom episode with a bunch of poorly adapted gags, so there's not really much to say about it in all honesty. But regardless, sit back, relax, and for the final time, enjoy. So similarly to the UK episode, this episode starts with the group picking their outfits for the prom, or the homecoming dance as it's called in the American version. Will, as chairman of the prom, chooses a normal tuxedo, Simon chooses an outfit that looks like Hitman's 7 Deadly Sins, and Jay, like the questionable human we know he is, decides to wear shorts with his tuxedo. Not a nonce. Later on, when the group are discussing the dance, Jay reveals that he wants to use it as an opportunity to get Bree, his 13-year-old ex-girlfriend, back. And I mean, I thought we'd moved on from this storyline when Jay literally admitted in a previous episode that she was too young for him, but apparently not. Sick. Simon then delivers an actual funny line, which, as we've seen previously, come few and far in between in the US Inbetweeners.
I'm using this chance to get Bree back. I miss her so much.
Maybe you could babysit her.
Shut up.
Will is then confronted by Donovan, who demands that Will lets his band play at the homecoming dance, and as usual, my man Donovan delivers his lines like a piece of cardboard.
Donovan.
I want my band to play at homecoming.
You sound really into the part, buddy. 10 out of 10 delivery in my book. Anyway, a load of simpy shit then happens where Simon twerks for Carly for a bit and Will does the same for Samantha Morrison. I really don't care. And then we get to the prom. So the first thing that happens at this dance is that, similarly to what happens in the UK version, Neil reveals his absolutely atrocious outfit. And unfortunately, as we've come to expect with the US Inbetweeners, they absolutely butchered this scene. In the UK version, this was an extremely humorous scene and one of the best of the episode, as the group spent a good 30 seconds just taking the piss out of what Neil was wearing, albeit in a light-hearted manner.
What the fuck are you wearing? Oh my god. And I thought our suits were shit.
Oh, your cock, it looks so tiny, it's like an acorn.
Have you gone mental?
Oh, this is cool. Look, I saw it in Nuts. Girls will fancy me because I stand out.
You'll stand out because your cock is minuscule.
Will you stop looking at my cock?
Mate, I think that's brave. Really brave.
It's so shit.
Actually, maybe I better go stick a couple of socks down there.
The US version, on the other hand...
Wow. That's what I said. Jazzy.
All right, people, doors open in 10 minutes. Let's get this place ready.
If anyone can tell me the actual point of that scene existing, please do so. Later on, Jay's 13-year-old ex shows up, but to the absolute horror of Jay, she came with Simon's brother Todd. As always, Todd being present does actually make this episode marginally better, because as always, he does have one or two funny one-liners.
Todd, what are you doing here?
This is my girl, dude. One of them.
However, besides this, there's not really anything else positive in this episode. There's a weird segment where Mr. Gilbert tells everyone at the prom that an ex-teacher has shot herself. There's also a bit where Jay randomly starts dancing to Flow Rider, which I guess the show thought would be mildly amusing, but they were gravely mistaken. And there's also a segment where Simon gets on stage to sing a love song to Carly, but then she starts making out with some guy called Bobby, so he starts singing about cars and runs off stage.
Even as the wind blows the barley, I will always love you, cars. I love cars.
Towards the end of the episode, there are a few more shitty Americanized renditions of classic scenes from the UK version, the most notable of these being the scene at the end on the trampoline. I can't even be bothered explaining why the UK version of this scene is better, but when you watch the two versions back to back, it's pretty obvious which one is better.
What has just happened there, my friend, is you've spunked yourself.
That counts.
Doesn't count.
Oh, well, I haven't cleaned my cock yet, so, does this count?
can't believe the first girl I ever had feelings for left me for a child.
Especially since you dressed like one.
That's it.
Anyway, this scene does indeed mark the end of the first season of the US Inbetweeners, and indeed what would turn out to be the end of the series as a whole. Thank fuck. In a nutshell, it is absolutely no surprise that this show failed. The show often tried to replicate some gags from the UK version, but it almost always missed the mark and ended up taking the humour out of these scenes. At other times, the show went down a different path of trying to be more original, and whilst for the most part this was slightly less painful to watch than seeing classic jokes be ruined, it was neither funny nor entertaining. The characters were written awfully, and for the most part, they were cast awfully as well. I do want to note that I have nothing against the actors themselves. I admit it must have been very hard trying to portray these deadly written characters, but yeah. So anyway, that brings us to an end of analysing the US Inbetweeners. It has been extremely fun and painful at the same time. The support has been class. We've gained over 10,000 subscribers over the course of this series, and I want to thank you all for that. As a thanks, I have indeed written a US Inbetweeners diss track, so I thoroughly hope everyone enjoys.
If I was when I can't watch this. This is trash, yo.
The acting is trash. The writing is trash. The whole episode, the whole show is trash, bro. I can't watch this.
Will Mackenzie, you big nerd, you get turned down by every bird. You act like you think you're sick, but we all know you're a The UK Will, he shits on you. Bro. Levels above and you know it's true. Bro. Yes, you're both useless with birds, but at least my man could get a screw. Simon Cooper, simpy prick. Don't get girls with your shrimp dick. Spent your lifetime thirsting Carly, still got friends zoned by that chick. Run on back to Cooking Club. Hold the L, I'll take the dub. OG Simon reigns supreme whilst you remain a fucking scrub. Jay Cartwright, you massive creep. Stalks a new girl every week. Don't compare to UKJ, man, he's a Lambo, you're a Jeep. What on earth is that hairline? Man looks like Adam Devine. Who's that coming round the bend? Your 13-year-old girlfriend. Neil, don't know what to say. The silent weird sidekick of Jay. Not as bad, I'll give you that. Your creepy laugh drives me insane. Cringy dancing, cringy trim. Cringy segments, creepy grin. There's nothing more to say, but bro, you're more boring than Qui-Gon Jinn. You're boring. The show, it sucks so bad and you can't deny. That's why you've got the UK population asking you why. And if you're unsure why we despise it, then I'll clarify. The stolen segments and shit humour, man, it's simply so dry. Show so bad it leaves me cringing. My enjoyment you're infringing. These actors, they aren't convincing. Pain is all you are inflicting. I thank God the show was axed. 2 stars, man, it flopped, that's fact. Show written by maniacs. This on Sats, man, call me Cats!